tighten it with that there. Okay, so we'll let that cool and we'll get on with putting it back together. Hey guys, Westy here. Okay, I've pulled my tail and everything back off again because I haven't finished a few things, but I couldn't resist putting it all together. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put I've got the transmission and everything on, as you can see here. I'm just going to put the swash in. I'm going to sit that on here like so. And then tilt it down like so, and then just pull the fiberglass locator. Okay, and then I'm going to sit the head on. I've got my arms attached and everything onto the feathering shafts. I'm going to turn my head gear around till it's at 90 degrees out this way, and then I'm going to sit it on so it's straight across. Now, you'll be using bag 12 out of your kit to find the correct bolts and everything for this. And in that same bag, you've got all the mounting bolts for your transmission assembly. Okay, so basically you'll be looking for part number HC111 and HC212, which is in the two little bags that come out of that bag 12, main bag 12. It's a nylock nut, so you don't have to put any thread lock or anything on it. And it's actually got, on one side, it's actually got a recess where the nut goes into, which is on, if you have a look there you can see it. You can see that groove in where the hole is here, right there. That groove, where it's grooved all the way around, that's where the nut sits. Around the other side it's just got a flat there. There's no actual groove in it at all, so you need to put it in the right way. Okay, so I'll just sit that back on again and sit me bolt through. It's a 3mm bolt. Just put it through the hole there. Can't put them upside down because you want them so that on the top of the blade grip there's a mark right there. You can see that moving there. Now if you have it the wrong way, there's nothing, you can't see it at all, so you need to make sure that that's the right way up with that mark for lining 0 pitch as your guide basically. The drop arm from the blade grip to the swash is 66mm, and we're just going to measure the distance from the bottom of the ball joint to the, as you can see I've got a fair bit of clearance here, so you just wind them out until you get that to touch. Like so. And then click that into place. It's got the SAB on the outside, like facing, the SAB's on the outside here. And click that into place. Waiting for all my electronics to come for this Goblin. I'll I'm actually going to do my nylon sheathing for the servos, so I'm just going to open them all up. As long as you cut along the right line. These are all 615 DS615s. Align. I've had a pretty good run out of aligned servos, and I didn't want to go to the expense of going to high voltage ones. So I've gone down this path with a BEC battery. I mean, it's a little bit of extra weight, but hey, that's life. They're good servos. I think they are anyway. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you another one. So I'll take that off. Okay, I'll put that aside for now. And what I'm going to do, I've got this yellow plastic sheathing that I use, nylon sheathing. I'm actually going to just push up there until you can get the servo in. The plug I mean, and then I'll feed it in. And I'll just do this with all three of my servos, so you just grab a piece, let it flop forward. So it's basically push up like that, grab the little plug. And I'll pull a little wee bit more, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off right at the end of where the plug is and then pull it back through. So I've got about 25 mil, I guess, and I'll get my trusty heavy duty scissors, and I'm just going to cut it right on the edge of where the plug is, and then slide it in. So grab it like so. Okay, so that's about pretty right there, and it's pretty good at this end as well. So then we'll get our so I've got to basically make one servo each different operation, so elevator, aileron and pitch. But I don't have a pitch on my little sheathing here. I don't have a pitch one, so I'm just that's gonna be Ox 2. Here's my sheet here with my shrink tube with all the bits and pieces. So I might just call it Ox 2, yeah, or Ox 1 or Ox 2. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it identifies the three different servos. So you're going to know that Ox 2 or Ox 1 is your pitch servo. So I'll just cut that off like so. Just give it a little bit of length there. Cut that one off, and then the other end, it doesn't really matter, I'm just going to cut a little bit here off. It's just to identify the end up at there where you're plugging it in, at the plug end. But the other end I've got to obviously seal off, so we'll put the Ox 2 end at the other end, at the servo end. Just take it over the top, slide it down, and the Ox 1 I'm going to actually have as my identifier at this end. So just put that into place. I mean, this stuff here is about 39 cents a metre. The tubing itself, or the shrink, this stuff and the label shrink wrap. So give me trusty old blowtorch here, and I'll just get this end like So and you can see when it's shrunk up by when I get it up close, you can actually see the fine imprint marks of the nylon in the ink tray. So that's it. That's my I mean, it makes a really nice job of it, and yeah. So I'm going to do that with all three of my servos. I do it with all my servos actually. It doesn't matter. I'm just choosing yellow because most of the Goblin's yellow, and I think it looks pretty cool. So I'd use black if it was another colour, or red or blue. So anyway, that gives you basically what I do with my servos. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch up with you next time.